product on that blockchain. So if you want to pay, they have their way of payment. So you can create your own coin. So you see they have Qubitica coins, there's so many consent coins. So I'm sure that's what I know about blockchain. So let's give it the floor for making it here today.
We are very grateful, and on behalf of Qubitica, I welcome you to our first ever meetup in Africa. So let's start with the genesis of the whole technology. In 2009, an anonymous guy called Satoshi Nakamoto. You can, if you like, you can take notes so that I basically believe that when you go for things like this, you don't believe everything you hear, but try and research about what you hear and find out if what you heard was actually the gospel truth. So this guy called Satoshi Nakamoto brought up a white paper directing developers around the world to create the blockchain network and this first ever application called the Bitcoin. The concept was, you see, the world had a huge financial crisis in 2008, if you people remember, the global financial crisis. The monetary system of the world went upside down because of the printing of money. Politicians have printed so much money that the world monetary system turned upside down. So it was at the approach of this crisis that this guy came out with the technology. He came out with a piece of software and a white paper. He actually downloaded it online. You see, you tech guys have a lot of online, what you call forums. So he downloaded this thing on one of said forums. And the whole idea was that we could have a monetary system where the money supply is fixed. Now, no one knows the fixed supply of, nobody knows the supply of any currency in the world now. All the currencies in the world haven't got a fixed rate. Politicians can just order and print it. So the first ever application that was built on the blockchain, or actually came with the white paper, was the Bitcoin software to be built on the blockchain. And the idea was that you can have a monetary system where it will be anti-inflationary. You can't print more of the money to inflate it, to cause, I think, the devaluation of the currency. And the really thing about this new development was said that you can send money to anyone, anywhere in the world within a few seconds. And you can do that by paying a few cents. So first, you look at the time frame. If you are sending money to someone, let's say in the US, for now, look at the time it will take you. If you are doing bank-to-bank transfer, what you call Swift code, sometimes it takes you up to a week before the money gets there. So he eliminated the time factor to make sure that you can send money within the shortest possible time. And then the second thing was the cost of the transfer. You can transfer millions of money and it will cost you like, any amount of money you transfer costs you like a few cents. Like, this man is actually a cryptocurrency trader. And I have become engrossed in this ecosystem since 2010 that I don't even have a bank account. So what I do is, I send my cryptocurrency to him and he sends me mobile money. And if I'm sending like $100 to this guy, I pay like 3 cents from my wallet to my wallet. And you don't need to buy the wallet. They are free. These technology are open source. Anyone can access it. So right now you can go to your Play Store and download a Bitcoin wallet, a Qubitica wallet, or any other cryptocurrency that has got a mobile wallet. So 1, cheaper cost of transfer. 2, faster transfers. And the third thing is transparency. It was not yet in his wallet. So I just took the address, his address he gave me to transfer the money, and we took it to the blockchain. And it told us the time the money was sent, and then the amount of money that was sent, and if it has confirmed on the blockchain or not. So there's no way you can cheat. The blockchain is an open ledger. Anything you place on it can be verified by anyone anywhere in the world. So it's basically against anti-fraud. Anything you place on it. So it is basically not just for only money. It's not for only money. But people think it's for only cryptocurrency because it is its first application. You can use the blockchain to say create data that everyone can verify. You can't steal someone's data. You know, people can go to, I know something like in South Africa, somebody can come from say Nigeria, Ghana, Togo, Benin, even Rwanda, go to South Africa and pay someone $3,000 and get a South African passport. But if South Africa is using the blockchain for its passport processing, there's no way you can cheat because every citizen will have his record and data on the blockchain. Countries like Estonia places their budget on the blockchain so that all expenditure can be tracked by the citizenry on the blockchain. We use 1 million for roads, you use 1 million for water. All the traces will be there for you. So it has been evolving, and I think it's very exciting. You people should. I always tell people that don't just go into this technology without getting to understand it. The most important thing is you have to understand the technology first before you go into it. There has been, you see, when there is a good thing, you always find bad people trying to use the means to cheat people or to scam them. So there have been a lot of scammers, and there are people, I call it a lot of pigs will be slaughtered. For instance, if you want to hold cryptocurrencies, you need a wallet. And that cryptocurrencies, you have an exchange where you can go and exchange it for cash or even to another cryptocurrency. But someone will come to you and say, I'm selling you a cryptocurrency. It is not listed on any exchange. The moment you raise the funds to start the coin, the first thing you do is to list it on an exchange so that people can buy and sell. Cryptocurrencies value is determined by demand and supply. That is where you can make the money. The more people are demanding that particular cryptocurrency, the more a value goes up. And the more people are not using it or selling it out, a value goes down. Take the example of 2017, 2 years back, December. Bitcoin price hit $20,000. It was an exciting time for pioneers like us who would have been in the scene like 2010. Ask me the price of Bitcoin today. Today it is like $4,080. The moment people realize that Bitcoin, it came on the news on CNN, BBC, CBN, people who don't even understand started coming into it. And then they started buying. And when price started dipping, they started selling because, oh, this thing is not even good. But if you understand the ecosystem, when prices are going up, that is not the time to buy. You buy when prices are dipping. So let's come to Qubitica. Qubitica is a cryptocurrency that is rank number 98. We are still waiting for the project. When it comes, I will show you a lot of graphs and what coin market cap is about. Coin market cap is like the ranking of all cryptocurrencies in the world. So if your coin is not listed on coin market cap and someone is selling you a coin that is not listed there, please don't buy it. It's going to scam you out of your money, because that is like the, how should I put it? It's like the standard to measure every coin. When you go to coin market cap, all the coins are listed there according to their value. Bitcoin is the #1 cryptocurrency. It has got over, Bitcoin has got a dominance of 50.3 million, 50.3% dominance of the whole ecosystem. That means they own half of the market capital of the whole entire cryptocurrency market. As at now, the market cap is around $143 billion. So Bitcoin's value is somewhere $120 million or $121 million. So it will tell you the coin, its rank, maybe it is number 5. Its market cap is this, its price is this. Everything is there to measure it. And every day, a value is determined according to demand and supply, as I said. So you can see this coin going up, say this particular percentage today, and going down that negative percentage tomorrow or the next day. So this is where you can actually learn about the rankings and the value of all these cryptocurrencies in the market, trying to sell themselves to the world. So Qubitica is number 98, as I checked like 5-10 minutes ago. Number 98, and what we are doing is we built our blockchain on the Ethereum blockchain. So it's a DApp, what we call decentralized application. I said earlier on that Ethereum's basic function is to allow people to build decentralized applications using smart contracts. And then, as brother said, the blockchain is a decentralized system. That is why everyone can verify everything from it. If a database is centralized, only a few people can have access to it. But when it is decentralized, anywhere you are, you can have access to it. So no one owns the system, but whoever cares to be part of the system is a part owner. And no one can cheat, because it's not for you, it's not for me. If you want to use it for your good, you need to contribute. No freeloaders. You can enjoy a coin going up without holding that coin. Like, who said, how can I sell my Qubitica? When we were talking here, one of you said that, and I'm like, if you hold two, value will go up. So there is something called utility. Some of these coins have no utility. It is just a coin that has been built, and people, they are trying to sell it to others. But when it has got utility is when it is used for a particular, task. So the Qubitica utility is that we are onboarding developers around the world on the Qubitica platform, and then these developers can take on developing tasks, not only even IT tasks, marketers, graphic designers, writers. I have built my journal on this thing. Then you can start, if attestation goes through, then you can start building your own projects, or you can start taking on projects to work and earn the tokens. So for instance, a group of say 2 or 3 people can say we have started our own team on the base camp, and what you want to do is maybe use the blockchain to manage traffic in Kigali city. It's your project. No, Qubitica is basically not an open source stuff. We have a property built in. By the moment we sign you on and you get on board, somebody will say, it's maybe too good to be true, but I'm not taking a penny from you. I'm saying, come, try this. If it works for you, let's see what you can do with us. So in the cryptocurrency space, every currency has got monetary units like all the modern paper money. The US dollar is known as USD, right? The Rwandan franc is known as RWF. So Qubitica is known as Qbit. So if you've heard me interchanging Qbit and Qubitica, that is the reason.
Okay. The Qbit can go high once people have many people on the platform. So how far are you people on the platform Qubitica? How many people are using the Qubitica to raise the value of the Qbit?
So Qbit has 1,750 addresses now, meaning about 1,750 people are holding Qbit now. Any question? Let's explore it. I'm very happy today. The room is full. The room is full. Yes, bro.
I don't have much information about Bitcoin. I mean cryptocurrency. My question goes to it's about who generates coins. Because the Bank of Rwanda produces money, so they give us money.
Yeah.
The papers. Yeah. So who's generating the coins?
The coins are generated if the network is what we call proof of work. It is generated through what we call mining, but it's not like mining with pickaxes or bulldozers. The mining is done by computing power. Go to okay.
If I can ask all of them,
you can ask all of them, and if you think you are eating into our time, during the refreshment. Oh, we can ask one, 2, 3.
Like that. You answer, then I ask.
All right.
Yeah, my brother asked who creates those coins. You gave him many explanations, but I want to come back to his question. asking you the same question. What is the company behind Qubitica?
It's nothing like a company. This is decentralized system.
But
The
there's
technology guys understand it.
there is someone who created that coin.
The guy just introduced a white paper. He didn't create anything. And developers, technology guys. Today, we have built Qubitica. You said?
There has to be a group of people who, I know blockchain is decentralized, the public
Thank you.
and
Thank you. So then you have
but
answered
there
your
is
question.
someone who created it. I mean, who is
He is
behind?
anonymous. You don't know who Satoshi Nakamoto is. Last year when you came for Smart Africa conference here, a guy from Australia, Craig Wright, was claiming it's Satoshi Nakamoto. Even Twitter has banned the guy. You can Google him, Craig Wright.
Okay, let me give you an example. We know Ethereum was created by Vitalik.
Yeah.
It's a public information.
Great.
You know,
Great.
we know who created Ripple. I mean, that's
Thank you.
That's what I was. That's why.
And we don't know who created, we don't know who created Bitcoin. Does it take the value Bitcoin has brought to the world? Because this is the first market mover that actually even gave guys like Vitalik the idea to create Ethereum. We even have to worry ourselves about who created Bitcoin. Because the guy claims that he was afraid the CIA would.
Of course,
It's usability.
I have to be on board because I'm already.
It's usability.
Yes.
And the usability takes demise up. Because now you build a project there, you can't sell it in Bitcoin. Anyone who is buying it will have to buy it in Quibit. And the idea is that this thing is guided by the economic principle of demand and supply. The more people are using that platform, the more a value goes up. So if I have 10 qubits now and it's a $16.82 per one, which means I have $168.20. If tomorrow, because all of you are coming on board and building projects on it and its usability is going up and one qubit is $100, I made a lot of money. And this is the work I do. I get paid for talking to you. You know, this is what I do.
Coin or a token, there is a group of people that comes and
One person.
develop the technology. You can, if you know, you can even create your coin.
Oh, of course.
Blockchain is
Of course.
a public ledger. It is open source. You can use it. You can develop your coin on blockchain.
You can do it. So you can have, say, your Rwanda.
Even you can do it.
We have
If you
banana
have
coin.
that capacity.
Yeah, with the technical skills to do it.
So this guy has a company actually. So let's say, for example, I'm going to use this concept.
You can tokenize this company.
Yeah. So if your company sells water things, right? So you can say we create a coin. We call it what's the name of the thing? Aqua. So we call it Aqua Coin, right? So per one, if Aqua Coin is $1, right? If more people buy your water stuffs, or if the IP increase in value, more people, the value of your coin will increase, right? If more people want the coin, the value increase. But initially you have to sit in your own notebook, and then you go to Ethereum, you use like Solidity or Python, anything, then you create the coin, right? But as more people do transactions, then someone has to verify the transactions happening. That's when the mining comes in, right? But initially the developer has to generate the coin. Same as
It's a software. Right.
yeah. So just read it, then you let people
Okay,
use
so your question.
Was much more like a clarification because he was having trouble. The problem is that Bitcoin and blockchain is not very understood. Well, basically because of Satoshi Yamamoto and his anonymity, and because most people who know about this are computer geeks, and that is why there's a lot of fear and misunderstanding about it. And well, maybe as we get to know more about you, we'll feel at least safe, because personally the only one I knew are Bitcoin and Ethereum. And my own question is, well, is there like any industry in which Qubitica is like, let's say like there's a motor industry, and then there's agriculture, and then there's maybe tourism. Is Qubitica like based in one industry, or can it be used for all industries?
So you can come and build an IoT, Internet of Things, that takes care of maybe agriculture invention. Someone used to own their t-shirt, Dave. The Dave network is like, you can basically go on that network, and it's decentralized transportation. And high scooter, a bus, a yacht, or anything. So anything concerning any industry. So far as that is what you want to build on it. you can build on it. It's not like strictly consigned to one area or something. Any project you want to build to benefit any particular sector, yeah, you can do it.
Investors can create their own token because more people you don't know about technologies. So I want to know the intervention of the developers and the investors.
Okay, so the investors are basically those who are putting the money into the developing of the whole thing, and the developers are those with the technical skills, so, the coders.
So the investor needs the developer to make them,
exactly.
create them the token.
Yeah.
Another question is about the coins. When the coins is decreased and someone is put here money on when it's creating the token, when the money or when different business, like the example that you said about the water, if someone don't buy the water, those company from him is not success 100%.
Bankrupt. It's like creating a shirt, and you weren't able to sell it or sell them. So it's like any other business. So it's win lose.
Yeah, win lose. But especially with money that you invest, you cannot lose totally on month.
Yeah. So maybe
probably possible or.
I got some coin last 2 years. Was it last 2 years or last year? Nada. It's actually a coin for forex trading. One of these experienced forex traders realized that when you are doing forex trading, you need to transfer your money to the broker, and there's a lot of transfer problems and cost of transferring the money to the broker anywhere. So they created a token to be used by forex traders to trade. So you can sell the coin easily from your phone or your PC to the broker, and the broker can start using it to trade forex for you. I bought it at $1. Within 1 month, it was selling for $4. I was so greedy because I bought 2,000 USD of it. One was $1, so I had 2,000 tokens, and it went up 400%. I should have sold and taken my money, or just sell half and just take my 4,000, and I would have made some money. I was so greedy. I was like, this coin will hit $10 and I'll make a lot of money. By the time I realized it was 0.08 cent. 0.08 cent. There's no way. I don't know whether the guy will bounce back, because now we are in a cryptocurrency depression. The markets are down. The markets went down from 800 billion to 140 billion currently. Personally, I lost about 80% of my portfolio. Yeah. So it's like that. You can make money, and when we are making money, like when people hit 20,000, we didn't come and tell you how much you made. So it's like that. It's basically demand and supply. Come again.
You cannot lose.
You can totally lose if you don't invest in a good coin. That is why you need to do your due diligence. Like going into any business, you see, you have to read the white paper to understand that there's a utility backing this particular coins. You don't just put money into any business. Somebody comes to you and say, oh, if you go to maybe Kigali and buy fish from there and come and sell in Kigali, you are going to make money. You need to study the market. How much am I going to buy it in Kigali, in Kigali, and come and sell in Kigali? So it's like any other business, and it's a technology business. So you need to understand the technology. Like someone loses his cell phone, he didn't save his private keys, and he lost all his money, like $15,000 on a phone. Nobody can ever retrieve the money. It is gone forever.
So you need to understand technology, and you need to understand the business.
Of course. What is the utility behind the coin? Exactly. With address, and then there's this. But if it is a bit complicated for you, don't worry. We can take you through one day, maybe an online stuff about how you can. And then MetaMask is also very good.
So someone to join.
No, it's not a network marketing. It's not a network marketing. It's a platform for developers who can develop things and sell for qubit. So it's not like anybody is getting commission. In cryptocurrency, when somebody comes and tell you that if you recruit this one, you get this percentage, it's a scam.